Did you know that according to the USDA, the average American consumes 150 to 170 pounds of sugar per year? That's 30 to 34 5-pound bags of sugar per person. You might be thinking, not me, but when you know the sneaky places sugar hides, like in peanut butter, and how it disguises itself with over 50 different names, it's hard to not consume sugar. Sugar may be the very reason your health isn't where you want it to be. It may be the reason you feel stuck. And it may be the reason you feel addicted to carbs. It may very well be the reason you can't seem to get a flat belly. This may all be something you've heard before and you know it to be true. So why are you still struggling? It's simple. You need a breakthrough. A breakthrough in knowledge and habit change. But how? A kickstart. Kickstart with a detoxification of the body so you no longer feel conquered by food. It's time to take your power back. Now you can take a deep breath in relief because you no longer need sugar to be in control. You are in control. We'll dive right into what sugar is doing to your body and how it's probably the main cause for your less than desirable state of health. But let's talk first about detox. It's a pretty popular word these days, wouldn't you agree? To detox or detoxify, according to the dictionary, means to remove poison. You can detoxify from just about anything, from cigarettes to sodas, but in this case, sugar is our poison. Now, if you've never detoxed before, just the sounds of it can be intimidating. You may already have a few thoughts about the mere mention of the word detox. Like, that doesn't sound like any fun. I already eat healthy, so what's the point? Or, that's just not for me. I've tried everything to lose weight. Nothing works, and I'm sure this won't either. Or maybe you even say, it's just another one of those fads. Or, I'm too active to detox. I have too much going on in my life. Well, I get it, because I used to think the very same things. I mean, I ate healthy and was in great shape, so I thought I would never need to detox. But that was before I understood the benefits and the importance during my own research. What's different about this type of detox is instead of eliminating everything you love, we're just going to focus on sugar. When you rid your body of this inflammation-producing, life-dwindling, tooth-rottening, headache-causing, fattening little booger, the other steps toward better health will seem like a walk in the park. Don't worry, you don't have to go the rest of your life without having anything sweet. The idea here is for you to regain the power of choosing when and how you will let sugar in. When you notice a difference in your energy level, waist size, and self-confidence within a week, the rest of your journey will seem easy. I look at it this way: it's not going to kill me, and it can only help me, so why not? Sugar is something that may be limiting you from living the full, energetic life you want. What I've learned from research and experience is that sugar seems to be the biggest culprit of declined health, and what's worse, many of us don't even realize it. In helping many people overcome health challenges from food addictions and achy joints to obesity and life-threatening diseases, sugar seems to be at the root of the problems. So let's pull the culprit up by the roots, shall we? There are many reasons to rid your body of sugar, but here are 5 that are backed by research. First, sugar can cause cancer. 2, sugar can cause diabetes. 3, sugar can shorten your life. 4, sugar toxifies your liver in the same way alcohol does. And number 5, sugar hides in more than 70% of the items in your grocery store. You may have never thought about some of the foods in which sugar hides. It's very important to read labels on everything you consume in order to look for these following ingredients: sugar, sucralose, fructose, high fructose corn syrup, aspartame, NutraSweet, maltodextrin, and dextrose. The list is even longer with more than 50 names for sugar, but those are the top ones you may find in foods like ketchup, soy sauce, bread, tortillas, fat-free dressings, spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, granola bars, instant oatmeal, and even yogurt. Even if the food says organic or gluten-free, it may still contain added sugar that you don't want while detoxing from sugar. Remember that artificial sweeteners are also off limits. If you're unsure about what they are aspartame found in Equal or NutraSweet, sucralose, which is found in Splenda, and neotame and saccharin. If you're listening to this, my guess is that you know someone close to you that has battled cancer or diabetes, and I'm no different. Some very close loved ones of mine have had long, treacherous battles with the deadly diseases, including my own mother. But if we share this simple knowledge of sugar with each other, maybe our loved ones will have a better winning chance at fighting and preventing these awful diseases. Because unfortunately, most of our doctors aren't educating us on the subject. And let's be honest, a majority of MDs have expertise in medicine and not nutrition. Our health is only one person's responsibility, and that is our own. Doctors and medicine are of immense value in time of urgent need. However, it's not their responsibility to fix our problems after many years or even a lifetime of abusing food or other substances. A thriving life is all up to us. We are humans and therefore creatures of habit. Did you know that more than 70% of the people who are diagnosed with a life-threatening disease refuse to change their dietary habits? That means a patient with heart disease who knows smoking will cause more problems is not likely to quit smoking. Dying with the disease along with its exacerbating habits is more comfortable than giving up the habit. And that's why it's super important to decide why you want to detox. Take a moment and really answer these questions. 1. What will I gain from cleansing my body? 2. How will I feel if I no longer let food control me? 3. How will the quality of my life be different? Is it that you no longer want to be overweight? Or is it that you're tired of taking too many medications and want to be free of needing them? Why do you no longer want to be overweight? And why do you want to stop taking medications? How will your life be different? You can take the all-in approach, or you can take the little at a time approach. You have to decide what's going to work best for you. Detoxing should periodically be happening throughout your life. When you eat clean for one day, you've cleansed for a day. When you eat clean for a week, you've cleansed for a week. If you have a small cheat or fall off the wagon, it does not mean you have to start all over again or that it erased the good days you had. It also does not mean you failed. Letting thoughts like, I can't do this, or what's the use? I had ice cream last night, so maybe I'll try this again when things aren't so crazy in my life, are just derailing thoughts. If you get off track, you just hop right back on. Count every day as a success. If you spend just one day detoxing, you cleansed your body of possible toxic chemicals and sugar for that day, and you're one day healthier. So you had a cheat meal, and now you're gonna pick back up where you left off. It's that simple. It's like I tell my 11-year-old who gets overwhelmed with homework sometimes. How do you eat an elephant? That's right, one bite at a time. A good way to do this is to take your 21-day detox in bite-sized chunks. I like to start with 3 days. Maybe I'll have a small cheat like a piece of dark chocolate, then do another 3 days, and then another 3-day chunk. That way you aren't thinking about the whole big elephant. You just see this small bite-sized chunk right in front of you, and before you know it, you've completed a 3-day detox 7 times. By this time, you've created a healthy lifestyle that will stick with good, clean habits. Have you ever seen the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead? If not, please take the time to watch this free on Netflix. It's about a man whose health seemed hopeless with all the prescription medications he took every day and being very overweight. He used a 30-day cleanse to turn himself into a brand new person. He did it, and you can too. All right, so you may still be wondering if detoxing is right for you. So now is the time to pause the video and take a moment to answer the questions on the screen. Okay, if you answered yes to 2 or more of the questions, then detoxing from sugar is right for you. Hear me out. I want you to understand what sugar is doing to you and why it's limiting you from the life you deserve. The better you understand this, the more mindful you'll be when you eat, well, anything. Some say ignorance is bliss, but ignorance to sugar is far less than blissful when it's the culprit for causing sickness, inflammation, depression, and, well, you name it. Sugar is probably behind it. And don't get me wrong, because the good Lord knows how much I love to indulge on things considered poison like chocolate. I don't know anyone who doesn't love an indulgence every now and then. So how do you handle the struggle with knowing that food is a poison, but the pleasure you get from consuming it outweighs the consequence in health? You set limits. The problem is that we have no boundaries with food, and that gets us into big trouble. And that's why there are so many books, audios, diets, and plans on the market today. Well, I'll tell you, I've been coaching for 15 years, and through trial and error, I've figured out a way to keep myself and my clients energized, healthy, feeling younger, and still enjoying food. I look at foods in 2 ways before I eat them. The food is either A, going to help me, or B, going to hurt me. Basically, it's either poison or medicine. The good thing is that there's no contraindication to this kind of detoxing because you're just going to be eating healthy food. I never heard of a health condition where you weren't allowed to eat. So if you're listening to this, I'm about to tell you how to get a jump start on turning your health around, getting out of just surviving and start thriving.